people teaching companies how to use Slack and stop using email.
Wow.
Yeah. So there's that. It's always my, I'm always going to throw your eyes out there to what the other opportunities are and stuff like that in the space. So there's that. And what else? What else we have? Oh yeah. So we got Robert and Smart have been cranking away. We got some really good bot technology. However, it's weird, man. It's like I'm telling you, man. I'm feeling it. Like it's not. Chris was right about this. It's not about the days of like copping sneakers. Like the information is such a valuable thing, man. You know what I mean? Like there's this guy. I forgot what his name is, but he's friends with Soul Martyr, Nike Destroyer. This guy, all he does is he reads from he does the same thing we do. Like he trolls Nike's like their data API, which is like that's the thing that's used to drive their sites, like sneakers and stuff like that. It's the same thing we use to purchase. And instead of buying the shoes and making an add to cart site and all of that stuff, he just tweets out the information on when new inventory comes out and what link you go to when you want to buy a shoe in a size 9 early and stuff like that. And this motherfucker's got like 10,000 followers. He just started his account maybe a year ago. So I'm challenging you all to not to say that we diverge away from getting shoes. I mean, we still get them, and the community and SneakyHead's helping out with that a ton for the people who want it. Even Mario's coming back around, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But I definitely want to put the challenge out there to really keep our minds open to what informational problems can be solved, and that's the only thing I really want to get off on this call, really, to talk to you about that, because now that we are incorporated, it's now kind of a race to see what areas that we can be profitable in. But it doesn't fucking matter if we're selling goddamn hot dogs on the freaking corner in a halal cart. We can actually make a profit of it and still write shit off. At minimum, we should be able to do some tax-related things with SneakyHead. I don't know if those would carry over to this year, or I don't know if last year would carry over to this year, because that might not make sense since we just got incorporated. However, Kenya, I'm trying to tell you right now, bruh, save every damn one of your fucking receipts. That's an expense.
All right.
Every single one of them, because you can get a lot of your tax money back, at least for the next 2 to 3 years.
Hey, I'm on it. So I'm probably gonna have to touch base with you or either Julia. Who's the person that's gonna know the most about it?
What Jonathan? I think now's the time of U.S. operations. I think we should always answer questions with the founders, especially. So why don't you tell Kenya how does the breakdown go? Who is Julia? Who is Jonathan? And what can they be used for?
Well, I mean, Julia is she's the all-around person you can go to. She can really handle everything, pretty much. You just tell her, you need something done right quick, or you, I don't know, an example. So, who's the person who shipped all your stuff to your house and got you all the computers there? That was Julia.
Yep. And speaking of which, what's up with Chris's? Because Chris, I'm telling you, he probably doesn't even give a shit anymore. But remember, we were going to get.
I thought I spoke to you about that. Julia had said there's no computers for
that. I get that, but like I said, as a founder, then that means that we got to go and find a fucking inexpensive computer.
Well, I've been looking at some, but they're not the same price that we got last time.
Yeah, you're not. That's gonna be hard to get, man. But I mean, you definitely can freaking shit. You can have my damn laptop if you want to, man. Because I got to get a new one myself. But we want to set it up. I got a monitor over in the office. The very first thing we could do is send a man a monitor. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. I mean, we can do that. Yeah.
Yeah, straight up. It's a monitor just sitting there in the office. The very first thing we can do is send them the monitor and tell them the computer's on the way. and put that in his ear like immediately and ASAP because we were going to get that to him like March 8th.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we don't want people to lose it. Because if people ask for something, we don't want them to lose interest, man. You know, and that's all on us. Like if we lollygag and take forever to do stuff, and people just don't care anymore. You know, it's like sneakers. It's like I know people who wanted like some, you know, that somebody wanted those Chrome 8s, and then after like a month, they're just like, nah, don't worry about it. I don't want them anymore.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
What's good with the so like I posted the Chris's article and like so I know that it's working, but like what's the actual URL and like
We
is it
need that. Okay, that's a great question, Sakenya. So that the URL is actually on. So Heroku is where we host our stuff. Or like hosting means like a website. A website host is nothing more than a computer or like a really fast computer sitting somewhere in some building that accepts requests over an IP address.
yeah.
We have that already. Now, there's this notion called DNS, I think domain name servers or whatever. That's the language of the internet. So the difference between the IP address and the DNS is like you have in your phone you might have a phone number that might be labeled as babe or son or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So the domain name is sneakyhead.com, but that maps over DNS to a particular IP address somewhere, right? So what we need to do is take where SneakyHead SneakyHead currently is being hosted on Amazon Web Services. We need to
Yeah.
have it point to where the server is that's hosting that WordPress site. So when someone types in www.sneakyhead.com or sneakyhead.com, it goes to the WordPress site. Right now, you have to do the explicit call out to the address, which is
Yeah.
you're not going to remember it. You have to like click a link or something like that. So that's one order of business. Maybe we can set up a Trello card, Jonathan, assign or attach myself, Sakenya, and Noel to the card, and the card is going to have sneakyhead.com pointing to WordPress app. Or let's have that done this week.
So
all
do we
right.
have
Because you know,
anybody that's like the official webmaster of the Sneakyhead thing?
yeah, that would be Noel.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I was saying is that explicitly ping Noel on it, but Noel is the go-to guy in that regard.
Okay.
So sneakyhead.com WordPress.
And that was awesome, Sakenya. I mean, you look at, it's like sometimes we sit around saying, what can we all do? But at the end of the day, Sakenya, tossed off one of the first iterations of the website. So thank you so much for that, sir. Way to get that ball moving. And that's one of the things too that I wanted to really go over is like, like I said, man, what I like about Sakenya is he just took the damn thing and put it up on a WordPress site and like done. You know what I mean? And like I said, don't get me wrong, I love me some Borzy to death, but damn, that man overthought so many things. And so, it's like I was like, all you got to do is just log in and post the freaking thing. Like, how long did it take you to put that up, Sakenya?
I mean maybe like 10 minutes. I hit Dwayne up and like just to make sure I was doing it right, but that was
Right.
about it.
And that's it. There you have it. Rinse and repeat for every single other one we do. And on top of that, like we should now, Sakenya, from you doing that, you now hold the keys to when somebody's like, I got this article I want to post and I want to put it on WordPress.
Yeah, I mean so
And not
like
only that, look at the knowledge now you pass on to your youngins. With them, I was dead ass serious about that like a couple of weeks ago when I was like, yo, man, let's hold a contest where like straight up like whoever writes like not even like whoever writes because that creates a competition under one. Like I don't know how your school reacts to that and all of that, but it could be even a side project and be like, look, there's this community of sneakerheads and they need some articles written, and if 3 or 4 or 5 of y'all want to write an article about SneakyHead, like, straight up. I don't know. They're kind of awkward usually about putting cash in kids' pockets, but shoot, ain't nothing to say like, yo, man, you get pizza. You get pizza on us this weekend. Each one of y'all get a whole pie. You think you can finish a whole pizza pie? Yeah, let's do it. You know what I mean?
Hey, I'm down. My kids will do like anything. I mean, like we got a lot of kids under the sneaker game, so yeah, we can do it. And, like that's helping them with their writing skills and everything. So, I mean, it's a win-win.
Absolutely, man. The only thing I would say is make sure there's all caveats are covered for what your occupation is and the capacity you hold. But what I'm learning, it's all on how you paint the picture. So the way you just said it just now is awesome. Like it allows people to work on their writing abilities. Like I think that's a fantastic thing to do. Like I think a lot of the things that kids write on in school is like stuff that they don't even really care about, man. It's like if I could write about kicks when I was in freaking middle school or high school, I would love to go to school. Like I would actually want to go to school. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ain't nobody got time to write about Columbus.
Yep. Yep.
So,
So
I mean,
that's
like,
so I think definitely try to, if you not try to, but like see what you can do about getting that ball in motion, man, and like because I'll be real with you, man. I just sat here and watched a woman. So we got invited to this thing called Inspiring Capital, right? Let me see here. Hold on for a second. Can you see my screen? So can you see my screen?
yeah, you're moving a little bit, but yeah.
You can see my screen.
Hold on.
So watch this. I'm gonna walk through here for a second. So we just actually finished with this event called Inspiring Capital. Now, what this event was about, there were 6 organizations that were set up. Damn, that's a bang. There's 6 organizations set up that people had to come to the organization with their greatest ideas, and they had to pitch the ideas. Look at this, all types of witness. Let me see here. You got any more of that whiskey? Let me get a little taste of that whiskey, homies. Thank you. Yeah, sure. I don't care what you put it in. So the funny thing about this, right? That's good. Thank you. The funny thing about this, right, is that these dudes actually. Oh, I'm on the phone. I'll be right back in a couple minutes. These dudes actually. It was this event right here. See this Inspiring Capital. Only thing that we were here for is they actually had this thing where you had to pitch. So you got 7 minutes to pitch your idea to a bunch of people. And there's 6 people, or 6 groups that could pitch their idea. And you know what the idea was that won? This lady came up and she said, it's called Silver Bills. You know what Silver Bills does, Kenya? The problem is it's little old ladies that's sitting up in the house that don't want to pay their bills, don't know how to pay their bills, because you know what? They like to drive to the PSENG and drop it in the mailbox, and sometimes they forget. And so what winds up happening, you got a proliferation of a grandma sitting around getting her electricity turned off and sitting up in the house with her cats for like a week with no electricity, just because she's old and she's senile and all of that stuff. So they created a company that allows grandma to fill out a profile, basically the same shit all over again as she would do with the billing companies anyway. They take all her information. They take all her billing information, like bank account stuff, all of that. They take all of the bills that she actually works with, like electricity, PSENG, like lighting, housing, like cable, all of that stuff. And they pay grandma's bills for her. They pitched this idea. They don't even have the fucking company yet, bruh. Like what they're doing is equivalent to us using a bot to get shoes for people. So they like are buying some off-the-shelf products, but they want to build their own technology, but don't know how to. And they just sat and pitched in front of this Inspiring Capital group. And these motherfuckers just wrote her a check for goddamn $1.7 million. So that's why when y'all niggas be sitting around like, I don't know what we're doing, I don't know what we're going to do, I'm like, fuck that shit. Y'all niggas making excuses. Because this nigga's out here paying grandma's bills and getting $1 million checks, man.
I mean, so I'm down to. I mean, because I think that I'm down with just. I'm tired of just having like these meetings and like just like what are we gonna do? 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 So fuck it. Let's
I'm
just
down
like.
I'm down with doing something. And guess what? After a week when we try it, or 2 weeks or whatever, if we don't feel like it's working, guess what? We can do something else.
Change it again. Just change it again. But I think we've just been like. I mean, I can see where Chris and Borzu were. Like, in my job, I'm more like, okay, I need to know what we're doing and then we can do it. But, like, we're building shit ourselves. So, like, we can just say, fuck it, we're going to do it this way and then, like, change it in midstream if we want to change it. So, now I can see where you are, too. So, now I'm at the point where, like, fuck it, let's just make some shit happen.
Like, so
let's get the
like for instance, guess one of the projects that we built this past 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
Philip came up to Robert and said, so I like to play squash, right? All of a sudden he just got into squash real heavy. And over at the Yale Club, also these rich white motherfuckers, right? Over at the Yale Club, they always want to reserve the best squash court. Okay? The best squash court gets reserved in less than an hour when it gets put out on a calendar. So guess what Robert did? Take a guess what Robert did, Sakenya. I know you already know what the fuck he did. Take a guess. The problem is
so he can get the squash court as soon as it gets released.
And now all Phillips homies with the big tight polos and the flip collars sitting there like he got the greatest absent sliced bread because they always get the illest squash court. So that's what I'm trying to say is that we many other people are poaching and plucking our talent and utilizing them, and at some point we have to be accountable to sit there and say, okay, we all have day jobs and we all have things to do, so you go get people to help and you pay them. We do that, and once you get the people to help, there cannot no longer be a situation of like, well, I don't know what we're doing and I don't know why things are taking so long. I'm like, how can Philip, who's not even in SneakyHead, just go to Robert and be like, yo, man, I need a bot to get me a squash court, and a week later, like, one spit out the door. Now, getting a squash court isn't like getting Yeezys off of Adidas. However, it is a buzz. It is something. It is something that holds value to people that people want and people wouldn't even possibly pay for. So, do you know how many problems can be solved with? Because the bot game is exactly the bot game is exactly like every fucking other industry except we have the vertical of sneakers. That's what I was talking about when I was like, yeah, we're attacking sneakers and yeah, we want to win with sneakers. But if we don't, there is other things that people want right fucking now, and we can automate it for them, and there you have it.
Yeah.
Is making a squash court app gonna pay our mortgage? Hell no. But I'll tell you what, the people that Robert made them for could pay every freaking one of our family members' mortgages and their parents.
So I mean, like we can like diversify. So I mean, I guess like one of the questions is like, so we have like this sneak. All right, this is like what my thoughts. So if we get the website going and like we do the blog / we do the information.
Well, the cool thing, Sakenya, is not if we did it already. You did that, Sakenya. You did it, Sakenya. My fucking hat's off to you, man.
Well, yeah. I mean, I'm just saying, like, yeah, I put the thing, but like to make it like truly pop. Like, I don't mind being like behind the webmaster,
Uh
so
huh.
like I can be like Geppetto, like telling Noel what to do or what it's supposed to look like.
Nice.
But
Nice.
like, I need to be like, okay, Noel, this is what we're gonna do. Boom, 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 boom. Because I don't mind recreating something, like build a better mousetrap. I
Yep.
mean, like, I love like I've always been on what Unlaced is like, but like Unlaced can be better, and we can be the better Unlaced,
Okay.
and like we can
So
be profitable off that.
so here, I mean, okay, so that's great. So I think I think now we should pause there. And what I mean by pause there is that what we'll do for moving forward is there'll be less talking from me, less talking from everybody, and more action. So if we had to pick one thing that we wanted to get done between now and the following week, and each one of us would want to do it because, us being on the line and picking one thing, fucking,
Mhm.
if there's one thing that we all each would want to do, what would it by next week? What would it be? I'll start first. I want to be able to collect people's personal information, especially Sue size, contact information like email address and all of that, from via Slack, because no matter what we do, we're gonna have to know who we're doing it for. I don't care if we're selling pugs on the damn street, or if we're selling Yeezys, or if we're selling Lamborghinis. We need to know who the person is and what their email address is, and they should be able to give us that information, not from filling out some form, but directly in Slack. That's what I would like. And I feel like that is a small enough task, or a decent enough task that adds enough value that it can be done within the next week. What about you, Jonathan? And it doesn't even have to be like feature related. It could be process related. It could be shit. I wish somebody would help me out with this thing.
Oh, I mean, whatever you guys need to do, I just make sure it's done on time, and I'm on you guys.
That's a fucking cop out, Jonathan. That's that bullshit we've been doing the past year. You gonna like state it, my man.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, I mean, the WordPress, the SneakyHead WordPress, whenever that needs to be done, it needs to be done and it needs to be on time. So, what's the date we want that ready? By next week?
Okay, yes, absolutely. And that could be something that that's a process thing that you could actually task off and make sure Noel gets it done. So, Jonathan, where you're great at, I mean, we're all great at things. Shit, I can be better too. I can learn to talk fucking less. What you're great at getting things kicked off and started, but the follow through is the thing that you can use help on, and that's what Julie's for. That's the check and the balance for it. Like, honestly speaking, like if you're waking up in the morning, I would say, I mean, fuck, man, even we'll have to pay you for that. Like, take 30 minutes every single morning and just go through each Slack channel and make sure that each one has moved one step further than the previous day.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Like, I
Yeah.
promise you, Jonathan, you will get more done in 7 days doing that than the past year that we've been doing this. Just by going into each Slack channel, like, hey guys, what's going on in here? Ain't nobody talking, about to close this bitch down. Hey guys, what's going on here? Start kicking people out of rooms and start putting people in rooms and closing down channels and see how fast people start talking, man. Look at the king. I kicked him out the dev channel. He was like, whoa, 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 whoa. Wait a minute. Whoa, whoa. I'm trying to learn something in there. At least you'll be able to see what people care about then.
All right. Yeah. I mean, we have like mad channels, and a lot of them just aren't moving.
Absolutely. Like I'm looking at Robin's channel. I mean Robin's channel. Lizzie billed for that. I'm basically bleeding out $500 out of my ass to get Robin's project done, just because she kind of didn't want it. Like she kind of like she knew what she wanted. She said she wanted it, that she didn't want it anymore. That typical female shit. And she actually didn't need, like, so. I mean, from my perspective, I got juice out of $500 cash. It's okay. It's going to Lizzie. It's an unfinished project. Robin is dragging her feet on it, but if she didn't even want it done at the end of the day, I could have put $250 and $250 in you and Sakinya's pocket. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, look at DJ Dells. Like, DJ Dells has a finished app. Like, how he's not pushing that thing, I have no clue. Like, and then he rarely goes in the sneaker addict channel. Well, you know what? Should DJ Dells doesn't like to get on Slack but once a week. Guess what? Somebody should be like, yo, who's talking to DJ Dells? Fuck, I got to talk to DJ Dells on email twice a week, every other day, to make sure that things are going along with him, because we have signed up to do his app for him. But I'm telling you, Jonathan, if you don't keep up on it, Noel's not going to finish that app. And here's why: because he's working on it pro bono just out of love of SneakyHead. But he's hired full-time and Sensible. So people are only going to work on, like, Noel don't have no stock in SneakyHead. We do. And people are only going to work on, like people are cynical, man. Like, you know, I train Noel myself, but I'm not mad at him for just going to work on the projects that bring in money. However, we got a big fish that's not being fed, which is the sneaker addict. Like, what's the status on that? If you don't know the status, that's your bag, Jonathan. You know, look at Ivan. Like, Ivan has so many things that he needs done, but nobody's giving him attention. And I promise you, it could be taken care of in less than 30 minutes a day, brother. Like, fuck. Like, think of all the time you spend running around chasing your tail. All of that, I promise you, you could do one Pomodoro in 30 minutes in the morning. You're fucking ahead of us, man. 30 minutes in the morning. Let me go through every freaking channel. I'm going to be on your ass for 5 minutes every single day. And if you don't like it, then do something about it. You know what I'm saying? Like pull an Edgar, man. So that's what I'd like with you. So now, what do you want to do? I want to hear it from your mouth, and then, you know, Kenya.
Nah, man. I mean, that's I think that's a great idea. You know what? I'm writing this stuff down right now, actually.
Shit, man, it'll be 30 minutes a day. I guarantee you spend more than that, and still get half as much done.
Yo, low key, I'd be like on like Slack all day, seeing what's going on. I mean,
it's a personal problem, man. You can be more efficient with that.
Yeah, true that. Seriously, I could actually just do exactly what you just said. Do 30 minutes, go through the channels, see what's good. If they're not moving, just, you know, throw a message out there, and, you know, get this damn ball rolling. Because I feel like a lot of things have just been kind of stagnant in these channels.
Absolutely. And we still have people who rock with us and ride with us, but the last thing we want is people to feel indifferent, because it took too damn long. Like, bro, we got 40 people in this channel, man. Like, you know, I just sat and listened to this lady sit here and say, I satisfied my first customer 3 weeks ago. Now I got my third, and we got our second person that's on board with the project. These niggas wrote them a freaking check just because they helping, just because she told the right story, and her little abuelita grandmother, somebody else had said, oh, my grandmother got her lights cut off too, and she just got the seed. She got a round of seed funding. She just pitched a 7-minute pitch, bro.
Dang.
All she's doing is paying grandma. She's just paying grandma's bills for her, Jonathan.
Your little abuelita must be real happy right now.
Who gives a fuck about the little abuelita? That woman walked off with a damn check, with a damn check, and she actually is taking a small problem and solving it.
Yeah. All right. Well, I mean, I'm gonna do exactly what you just said. And I'll counsel with Julia and see what's up.
Yeah, man, it's fuck, man. You know, we only can be judged on progress. And say if we do one task every single week for the next 2-3 years, man, guess what? Even if we don't make a damn red cent, we can write off a ton of shit. That's the whole point of the reason why we got incorporated, not just to solve problems, but so the tax man doesn't kick us in the ass so much.
I mean, it is our duty to get money, though. So.
It is. You're absolutely right. But that's why people, when they actually start a business, say it doesn't matter if our business flops, we still gain more than we lost.
True. We gain experience.
Absolutely. Yeah, and less and more of a tax cushion too, as well. You know, like you know, I mean, like look at Sakenya right there. Sakenya's got a home office, right? Say that office takes up 1/10 of his space of his house. say Sakenya pays, oh, I don't know, let's make it round numbers. Say it's $100 a month. No shade, Sakenya. I'm just trying to, my head just works with small numbers. Say it's $100 a month, right? That Sakenya pays. That
living in Harrisonburg, bro.
yeah. Say it's $100 a month, and it is $10. So $10 Sakenya worth of that is going towards the square footage of Sakenya's house. Well, Sakenya wouldn't have to make $100. He'd have to make $130 a month for that house. Okay, so the trick is Sakenya does not have to make $130 a month for that house. He only has to make like $125 a month for that house because he should not be getting taxed on that home office. That's Sakenya's money. That is the American dream. I promise you that. You only have 3 to 5 years to do what I just said to do.
Damn. Trust and believe. Next January, we all on it.
I mean, even now that like the year started already. But guess what? You know what I mean? Let's say that Sakenya saves 10% in his taxes over the course of the year. God knows how much Sakenya's getting taxed. You know what? If I got 10% of that tax back in my pocket, I guarantee you I could pay for a vacation for 2 weeks somewhere. Thank you, Uncle Sam. Like, that's what these freaking people say the system's broken. It's not broken. It's just people don't know how to use it properly, just like every freaking person else has been using it.
True. But yeah.
So Sakenya, what's yours, man? What's your like most important action you want to get accomplished this week? And it doesn't even have to be just you. It can be what you want to see done, and it requires other people. We got 40 people in that room, man.
Yeah, I want to get the I want to be able to go to SneakyHead.com and then the website comes up.
But isn't that what Jonathan's doing?
I thought Jonathan was doing the whole Slack thing.
Oh, okay, excellent. So Jonathan is just support to make sure that gets done for you.
Yeah.
Awesome. That works. That works awesome. So it sounds like we all got 3 tasks to do before the next week up. How's that sound?
What's yours, Rashawn?
Oh, well, like I said, I told you what mine is. Sakenya, tell him what mine is. About the profile in the, you know.
About what profile?
Remember I said when people can accept in Slack, like they have the ability to give me their information, like.
Oh yeah, you wanted to do the email, shoe size, and everything integrated through Slack.
Precisely.
So when people, so like we have 40 people in Slack, so you want those 40 people to get like their shoe size and email addresses, or are you talking about new users?
Does it matter? It's all one and the same.
I mean, it doesn't matter, but like it's more tangible if you're talking about these 40 people that we already have.
Here's the thing, right? What we have, and I don't think we're respecting that special, is so right now. My day job is working for a portfolio investment management company with Sensible. We have been busting our ass for 8 months just to get the first users to come in and actually just so we can test them and utilize our project, right? We got 40 people in that group that we should have them under a microscope like fucking lab rats.
So you want to use the get the information from the 40 we already have.
So you're absolutely correct. You helped me solidify that, because if we can't, that's the cool thing about having an extended group like we do. We have enough people in there that if we can't satisfy them, we can't satisfy anybody outside. That's why I really didn't care that much about external stuff with SneakyHead, because I had no clue we were going to get this many people inside of Slack. We have more people inside of SneakyHead Slack than all of my other Slack channels combined, except Airfare.
Yeah.
Right. So that works.
All right.
Sweet.
Okay, so we're good on that then.
Awesome. So can you Trello it up for us? And then that's about.
It's already done.
For all 3 of us.
I put Okay, we all need three separate ones. All right.
We all, because you know why? Because this is the thing, guys. We're incorporated now. Like we can lollygag all we want to, and that's why I kind of didn't even really care about it because it was going to show me who was really interested in this thing. The minute we're incorporated, the minute we have to move and do things, or else or else the government will come and shut us down in 3 years. They'll be like, "This is a hobby. It's not a profitable business. So you either got to shut this name down." Or you got to change the name and start something else and keep on doing like you're doing, like Donald Trump does.
Yeah. All
Yeah,
right.
so
Already have a Trello board for a SneakyHead WordPress. I'll just make one.
Sweet, man. And here's what you do: it should only be focused on one card. Get the Trello app on your phone if you don't have it already, Sakenya, and just work with that one card you got and just stay focused on it. It's no different than Slack. You mention people if you're saying, "Hey, what's the status of this card?" The way that I use Trello is I use Trello for actionable tasks, and I use Slack just for talking.
so does Trello have a Mac app?
Man, Trello, well, the website's good enough for one. For two, I think Trello has a Mac app. That's a Jonathan question, Mr. Operations.
It does.
And to be honest with you, Sakenya, I love the mobile app.
Okay.
Yeah. I've checked on the Trello Mac app, but it doesn't have one. It only has a mobile one.
All right.
Yeah. All right. I mean, we're good though, right?
Yeah, and if you need any help using the mobile app, I'd stay on the mobile. But if you need any help using the mobile app, Sakenya, like Jonathan knows that shit like the back of his hand, man.
Yep. So.
Okay. Well, I actually have a reason to use the mobile app.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful, man. You don't have to get on your computer. There's nothing that you should be able to do everything from your mobile app. Like I just use a computer just because it's a larger screen and more convenient.
Yeah. It's just for the convenience, basically.
Yep.
So are we just deleting the iOS app thing off of Trello?
Nice. That's a great question. We can't do that because that's the app that Noel is working on with Ivan, and I don't even know the status of it because I'm telling you, he just lost interest in it, man. Noel's got a freaking full-time job working with Sensible now, and it's like if Jonathan's not on people's asses on Trello cards and on Slack, then ain't nobody gonna do shit, man. Lizzie got a freaking job. Noel got a job. Robert and his brother Daniel got a job for this summer. Like, telling you, bro. Like,
I mean, I was working with Noel the last time we were up here, and like we were making things happen. But that's when like everybody was like, well, Chris and Borzu was like, nah, we don't need to do the mobile app, and we need to do it. So I just pulled back off of it. But
that's
like,
understandable. That's understandable. But you got to realize, Sakenya, you have a larger scope in things, and you realize how many different things are happening within the group. Because here's the thing: we can sit here and talk about what we're going to do with sneakers all freaking day long. But if we have some really bright people in the group, and if they want to actually do some things and pop some things off in projects, we should let them. There's nothing wrong with that, and there must be something right because the minute we started doing that, the minute other people became more attracted to us. I got guys right now like Jonathan. I got Christian's brother. Christian's on my ass. Christian's brother-in-law. He's on my ass all the fucking time. Like, yo, man, like, when am I gonna get this invite to the sneaker community? You said you was gonna do it a month ago, and I put it in operations a month ago. You know what I'm saying? I was just down in Miami. This motherfucker busted my ass. He's one of the most successful lawyers in Miami, Jonathan. Like, we must be doing something right if we're getting this caliber of people in there. This motherfucker look like he owns like 3 yachts, bro. And he's like, yo, all I want to do is be part, like, y'all too cool to let me in the group. You know what I'm saying? Like, you look at somebody like Smart, the guy who just joined. He sold his company to Skype 2 years ago for $85 million. I'm not making this shit up. Man, that's right in our Slack channel that's more active than a lot of the founders are. He sold his company to Skype for $85 million and has more invigoration towards what SneakyHead can do as a community than probably not any of us, but a large percentage of us who are even founders. So if we got like if we have these caliber people around us, man, we're the fuck boys if we can't come up with ideas to solve with these people.
All right, so this is what I'm gonna do. So, like I said, I'm gonna touch base with Noel and see can we get well we're gonna get the Sneaky Head website up, or at least like the URL active with what we have.
Right.
And I'm gonna touch base on, and like we're gonna make this app happen.
Right.
And then however the fuck we want it to look like, I'm gonna make it the way that my vision for it, and then I'll just tell you guys, and then we can change as we go. But I'm sick of just sitting around and trying to figure out one, like, okay, this is what we're gonna do. Fuck it. Like, I'll just do it, and then like we can always change it as we go along. But we need to have something going on, especially if Noel was already working on it.
So Kenya, I know, because now, of course, because you can put yourself in Noel's shoes. He's like, fuck, I'm just trying to do something good, and I don't like. I'm having the people who telling me what to do, telling me to stop and start and stop, and he just wants to build cool shit, man. So we should let him and just guide him.
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, and make it and make sure it's like to our advantage.
Yeah, because the app is already expired. Like the test flight joint is expired off of it.
Stop it! So you didn't even know that. That's an issue. So you know what I'm saying. And that iOS app, Jonathan, we need to put down the app is expired. Like, how do we fix it?
All right.
I'll touch base with him. I already talked to, because I didn't know how we were gonna do like the webmaster thing, because like I can put stuff up, but like I'm not the technical person. Like Dwayne said,
and you shouldn't be, but you might want to learn, and that's why you're in the other thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
Perfect. So Kenya, I want to say thank you so much, man. Because honestly speaking, I've been not that I've been waiting a minute for you to do that. Because if I was, then I should have fucking said something. But my mentor Tom, man, he said to me, one day when we were working, he said, we woke up one day, we were out in Lake Tahoe doing an offsite, and we woke up one day and everybody was working on something different. And he said, you know what I loved about waking up this morning is that I woke up and didn't have to tell anybody to do anything. Like, you all acted like you actually had a fucking percentage in the company and said, I want to do this thing. And if you don't like it, then show me a better way. Don't tell me to stop doing it.
Right. Yeah, so.
And he said that, man, and it totally makes sense. Because the difference between us and employees is we're fucking bosses, but bosses don't take orders, they give them. And even more so than giving orders, they show people what should be done. I'm going to show you how to do it. This is what I'm like. You could probably do it better than me, but this is what needs to be done. And I'll show you how to do it first. And then you tell me everywhere, Mr. Expert might be Noel, where I fucked up, but at least you see my vision.
Yeah. Well, that's what's up, man. So
thank you.
But yo, check it. I gotta get ready.
That. We might. Hey, bro. I'm gonna tell you what though, Sakenya. We might as well do it, because I would say good luck doing that over at your school job and saying, hey, here's how it's gonna go down. So if we have the opportunity to do it in our lifetimes, why not fucking do it, man? I guarantee you, 10 years from now, we won't regret anything.
Yeah.
All right. That's about it, Jonathan. You want to wrap us up?
All right. Yeah, so basically I've made the Trello card, so y'all are already on the Trello cards, you already know what to do, I already know what to do. Let's just get her done. Alright. Alright.
Great. Take it easy.
We all know what we're doing.
Absolutely. That's absolutely great call. Bye bye.
Peace.
Alright, y'all.